Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Teacher Nolan's English podcast. Today's topic is restaurant culture around the world. Hello and welcome to Teacher Nolan's English podcast. I'm Teacher Nolan, and today we're taking a quick trip around the world to explore how different cultures approach dining out. We'll be looking at 4 places with unique restaurant habits: the United States, Hong Kong, Japan, and France. By the end, you'll see how much each country's dining style reflects its culture. Let's get started. Let's start with the United States. Famous for its fast food culture, American fast food places like McDonald's and Taco Bell are all about speed and convenience. Most of these restaurants have drive-through lanes where you can order, pay, and pick up food without leaving your car. This is ideal for people in a hurry. Another unique feature is self-service. In many American fast food spots, you'll get your own drink, napkins, and even throw away your own trash after eating. It's all about efficiency and keeping the process as fast as possible. Here are some useful phrases for dining in America. For here or to go is a phrase commonly used by employees at restaurants. Here are some useful phrases for dining in America. For here or to go is a phrase commonly used by employees at restaurants to ask if you would like to eat at the restaurant or take it home with you. Some people will also use takeaway or carry-out instead of to go. Some people will say eat in or dine in instead of saying for here. Now let's look at Hong Kong and its famous Cha Chan Tung or tea restaurants. These restaurants offer a blend of Chinese and Western dishes, like pineapple buns and milk tea. A unique habit here is washing your dishes at the table. When you sit down, you'll often see a pot of hot water, which locals use to rinse their cups, bowls, and utensils before eating. Many people see this as a way to ensure cleanliness, while others view it as a comforting habit. Inside the restaurant, you might hear someone say, "Do you want hot water?" This is often asked by waiters and is common in many Hong Kong tea restaurants. Some restaurants will already have a pot of tea on the table. You may see some items you are not used to seeing on a breakfast menu, such as macaroni. Now let's hop over to Japan, where there's a strong emphasis on politeness and quiet dining. In Japanese restaurants, it's considered polite to speak in a low voice and keep your phone on silent. Slurping noodles, however, is not only allowed, it's encouraged. It shows that you're enjoying the food. In Japan, people often greet the meal by saying "Itidakimasu," which means "I received this food," as a way to express gratitude before eating. I apologize for the poor pronunciation, as I am not able to speak Japanese. In many small restaurants, customers will be greeted with a warm "Iraishaimase," which means welcome. There's also a special way to hand over cash in restaurants, placing the money on a small tray rather than directly in the server's hand. This reflects the respectful, orderly nature of Japanese culture. Itadakimasu is a phrase said before eating as a way to give thanks for the meal. Japan is known for food being prepared with high standards of cleanliness. Be sure to try all of the unique local dishes if you get the opportunity to visit Japan. And finally, let's talk about France, where eating is an experience, especially in cafes and restaurants. French dining emphasizes taking your time. People typically spend hours sitting at a cafe, savoring their meal and coffee. In France, it's common for people to enjoy a long lunch, especially on weekends. Unlike fast food culture, where people may eat quickly and go, dining in France is a slower, social event. A unique French habit is the fixed menu in some restaurants. A fixed menu, or menu du jour, means that a set meal is offered with limited choices, usually for a fixed price. This gives diners a full meal experience that includes a starter, main dish, and desserts, all without rushing. La carte s'il vous plaît means the menu please, and is a polite way to ask for the menu when you're in France. You will often see a la carte in restaurants in America, which means individually priced items that you can select. This is the opposite from a set menu. So what can we learn from these restaurant cultures? In the US, efficiency is key, while in Hong Kong, there's a focus on cleanliness and quick service. In Japan, there's an emphasis on respect and tradition, and in France, dining is a social and relaxing experience. Each culture's restaurant habits reflect different values, whether it's speed, politeness, gratitude, or relaxation. So the next time you're dining out, remember that each country's dining style has its own unique charm. Today we learned terms like drive-thru, itadakimasu, and menu du jour. These small phrases and habits can help you navigate restaurant culture when you travel. That's it for today's episode of Teacher Nolan's English Podcast. I hope you enjoyed learning about different restaurant cultures. Remember to subscribe and join me next time for more cultural insights and English tips. If you are looking for more useful English learning resources, be sure to check out my channel on Patreon, where you can find transcripts of podcasts, classroom-style lessons, comprehension quizzes, and more. The link will be shown below the video. Thanks for listening and happy eating.